In about 40 seconds, you are going to feel a row of taps hopping up your own arm, like a tiny rabbit hopping from your wrist toward your elbow, landing on spots where absolutely nothing is touching you. You will feel each little hop, clearly, on bare skin, in places no finger ever reached. No screen trick, no editing, no app. So let's do it together. And all you need is your own arm, and, ideally, one friend, though you can do it solo too. Roll up a sleeve and bare one forearm and rest it on a table, palm up, relaxed. Here's what makes it work, so read this part carefully. You, or better yet a friend, are going to tap the bare skin quickly in 2 bursts. First, 3 quick taps right at the wrist, and then, immediately, without a pause, 3 quick taps up near the crease of the elbow. All 6 taps in about 1 second, evenly spaced, light and crisp, using a fingertip or the eraser end of a pencil. 2 spots only, the wrist, then the elbow. Nothing in the middle. The trick is speed and rhythm, and it works far better if you close your eyes and do not watch, so your skin is the only thing reporting. Ready? Close your eyes. Tap, tap, tap at the wrist, then tap, tap, tap at the elbow, quick and even. Do it now. Feel that? You did not feel 3 taps at your wrist and 3 at your elbow. You felt a line of taps marching up your forearm. Hop, 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 spaced out along the way, landing in the empty middle where no finger ever touched. If it did not quite land, do it faster. Keep your eyes closed, and let the 2 bursts run right into each other. The taps in the middle are not real. Your skin was never touched there, and you felt them anyway. What you just felt has a name, and it is one of the most charming names in all of science. It is called the cutaneous rabbit, because those phantom taps hop up your skin like a little rabbit. Back in 1972, 2 researchers named Frank Geldard and Carl Sherrick were running careful experiments on touch, delivering precise, rapid taps to the skin with mechanical tappers, and they found something they could not shake. When they tapped one spot several times, and then a second spot several times, in quick succession, people did not feel 2 clusters. They felt the taps spread out evenly across the gap between hopping along skin that had never been touched. They published it in the journal Science and gave it its now famous name, the cutaneous rabbit. The more formal name is sensory saltation, from a Latin word for leaping. And the strangest detail is this: where you feel those middle taps depends on where the later taps land. At the moment of the first taps, your brain is already using taps that have not happened yet to decide where the earlier ones seem to be. So how do you feel a touch that never happened? Here's the one idea that explains all of it, and it will change how you think about every sensation you have ever had. You tend to imagine that touch is like a live camera feed. Something presses your skin, a nerve fires, and you feel it, instantly and faithfully, exactly where it happened, a simple, honest report from the surface of your body. But that is not what your brain is doing. Your brain is not a camera. It is a mapmaker, and it is always guessing. When the first taps arrive at your wrist, your brain does not yet know what comes next. Then the second burst arrives at your elbow, a heartbeat later, and now your brain faces a small puzzle. Taps here, then taps there, close together in time. What is the most likely story? The most likely story, the one that fits a world full of moving things, is that something traveled across your arm, touching down along the way. So your brain builds that story, and it fills in the missing taps in the middle, placing them where a moving object would have landed. And here is the part that should stop you cold. It does this after the fact. It waits for the later taps, then reaches back and paints the earlier sensation to match. Your brain quietly edits your own recent past by a fraction of a second and hands you the finished, corrected version as if it were live. You never notice the edit because you are only ever shown the final cut. You do not experience the raw taps and then a revision. You experience one smooth, seamless line of hops, already assembled, already wrong, and it feels exactly as real, as physical, as solid on your skin as a touch that truly happened. Because to your brain, there's no difference. A tap you feel and a tap it invented are made of the very same stuff. A best guess, painted onto a map of your body. Now, a few honest notes, because this one is easy to overstate. What you felt is completely normal and completely harmless. It is not a disorder, it is not damage, and it is not a sign that anything is wrong with your nerves or your skin. In fact, it is a sign that your brain is working beautifully, doing exactly the clever thing it does all day. The illusion is temporary, and it needs the right conditions. The taps have to be quick and close together in time, and it works best when you are not looking, so your eyes do not overrule your skin. Slow the taps down, or space them far apart in time, and the rabbit vanishes. You just feel two ordinary clusters. That on and off quality is the tell that this is your brain interpreting, not your skin misfiring. And best guess, from how scientists describe it. The reason it feels so convincing is that you have no separate sense that reports raw, unedited touch. You only ever get the finished map. So when the map is filled in with taps that never happened, you have no way, from the inside, to catch it. And this is the part I really want you to sit with, because it reaches so much further than a few taps on your arm. You walk around all day trusting that what you feel on your skin is simply what is happening to your skin, that your body reports the truth, faithfully, in real time. But your brain just showed you, on your own arm, that it will invent a touch that never occurred, place it precisely where nothing happened, and reach back in time to make it feel real. The taps in the middle were never out there on your skin. They were inside your head, painted onto a map, and handed to you as fact. So here is the turn. What you feel is not a live feed from your body. It is your brain's best guess about your body, assembled a beat late, edited to make sense, and delivered so smoothly you never see the seams. Most of the time, that guess is right, and it serves you well. But the rabbit is proof that the feeling of certainty, that solid, physical, it definitely touched me right there certainty, is not the same as it having happened. Your own skin can be written by your brain, after the fact. So those taps in the middle of your arm never touched you. Your brain filled them in, guessing at a path, and reached back in time to make the guess feel real. Now I want to hear from you. First, the simple one. Did you feel the rabbit? Did the taps actually hop up your arm into the empty middle? And how many phantom hops did you feel between the wrist and the elbow? And how did you do it? With a friend? With your own finger? With a pencil eraser? Tell me down in the comments. And then a real test you can run right now. Try it again, but this time slow the taps way down, a full second between each, and watch the rabbit disappear, and then speed them back up and feel it return. That on and off switch is the whole thing, live, on your own skin. And if you like this, catching your own brain in the act, these small, strange, testable things it does behind your back, subscribe and stick around. There is a whole pile of them, and every single one is really about you.